Imagine being face to face with a 60-foot predator in the depths of the ocean, the mighty Megalodon, once the undisputed ruler of the seas. What if this colossal shark never went extinct? Its existence would completely change the way we live, work, and explore the oceans today. What is a Megalodon? The Megalodon, scientifically known as Carcharodontis megalodon, was the largest predatory shark ever to exist, swimming through Earth's oceans around 16 million years ago until approximately 2 to 3.6 million years ago. It is estimated that these colossal predators could reach lengths of between 50 to 60 feet, dwarfing today's largest sharks, such as the great white, which can grow up to 20 feet. The Megalodon's size alone is awe-inspiring, but its sheer power was just as astonishing. With an estimated bite force of up to 41,000 pounds, the Megalodon could crush bones and prey on some of the largest marine animals of its time. The defining physical characteristics of the Megalodon include its broad conical snout and large triangular teeth, some of which are as large as an adult human hand. These teeth, fossilized and scattered across ancient ocean floors, have given scientists valuable insights into the size and feeding habits of this predator. Megalodons primarily feasted on marine mammals such as whales, dolphins, and large fish. By targeting these massive animals, they played a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the marine ecosystems of their time. However, as impressive as the Megalodon was, its reign came to an end millions of years ago. At least, that's what the fossil record tells us. But what if this prehistoric predator still lurked beneath the waves? The extinction of the Megalodon has puzzled scientists for decades, and various theories have emerged to explain its disappearance. One of the most widely accepted explanations is that climate change had a significant impact on its survival. As Earth transitioned into a cooler period during the Pliocene epoch, ocean temperatures began to drop. This shift in climate would have been detrimental to the Megalodon, which thrived in warm tropical waters. The cooling of the oceans also affected the Megalodon's food sources. Many of its prey, particularly large whales, began migrating to colder waters where the Megalodon couldn't follow, leaving this giant predator with limited hunting grounds. As a result, the Megalodon may have faced intense competition from other marine predators such as orcas and smaller, more adaptable sharks. These animals could survive in colder waters and may have contributed to the Megalodon's decline by competing for food. Additionally, some scientists suggest that Megalodon's massive size, once its greatest advantage, might have become a liability as food became scarcer. A creature that largely required a vast amount of food to sustain itself, and as prey became less abundant, the Megalodon may have struggled to meet its dietary needs. Despite these compelling explanations, there is still a sense of mystery surrounding the extinction of the Megalodon. Could something else have contributed to their disappearance? Or might they have survived in the deepest parts of the ocean, hidden from human eyes? If the Megalodon still roamed the oceans, the impact on today's marine ecosystems would be nothing short of catastrophic. Imagine a 60-foot predator hunting the same waters as modern-day sharks, whales, and dolphins. The Megalodon's predatory nature would place immense pressure on marine life, particularly large marine mammals. Whales, which have rebounded in population due to modern conservation efforts, would once again find themselves hunted by an apex predator that could easily overpower them. The presence of such a large predator would also disrupt the marine food chain. For example, the Megalodon would likely target species that play important ecological roles, such as maintaining the balance of smaller fish populations. This disruption could lead to cascading effects throughout marine ecosystems, ultimately altering the biodiversity of entire ocean regions. Smaller predators like the great white shark could face increased competition for food, pushing them to change their hunting patterns or migrate to less optimal environments. Humans too would be deeply affected. Fishers would find themselves in direct competition with the Megalodon for large fish stocks, which could devastate the fishing industry. Imagine a fishing traveler hauling in a massive catch, only for a Megalodon to appear and decimate the nets, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The fishing industry, which provides food for millions, would be forced to find new ways to protect their catch from this gigantic predator. If Megalodon still existed, certain times of the year would likely pose more danger than others. For example, Megalodons, like many modern sharks, were believed to give birth in warm, shallow waters. Coastal areas could become highly dangerous during breeding seasons, as female Megalodons might seek out these areas to birth their young. This would place swimmers, surfers, and fishermen at greater risk of encountering these massive predators. Would coastal cities and vacation spots be safe with such a predator lurking nearby? Not likely. Sea. Beaches in regions where megalodons thrived millions of years ago, such as the coast of North and South America, Europe and Australia, would become perilous places. Imagine the megalodon swimming close to shore, mistaking groups of swimmers for prey like dolphins or seals. The fear of such encounter could drive people away from coastal towns, turning once bustling tourist hotspots into ghost towns. Moreover, global shipping routes would need to be reconsidered. The megalodon's massive size and appetite would pose a significant threat to ships traversing the ocean. A cargo ship or oil tanker could become a target for a hungry megalodon, leading to devastating consequences. As maritime vessels carry essential goods and energy supplies, the presence of such a predator could disrupt global trade, resulting in economic losses and safety concerns for seafarers. The megalodon once roamed tropical and subtropical oceans across the globe, and if it still existed today, it would likely inhabit similar regions. Coastal waters, particularly around the equator, would be prime habitats for these warm water predators. However, with the expansion of modern human activity into these regions, from fishing to oil exploration, there would undoubtedly be conflicts between megalodons and humans. The megalodon's preferred prey such as whales and large fish would likely influence its migration patterns. This means that areas rich in marine life such as the Gulf of Mexico or the Pacific coast of Asia and Australia could become hotspots for megalodon activity. But what about the deep ocean? While some theorize that the megalodon could potentially survive in the deep unexplored regions of the ocean, such as the Mariana Trench, this is highly unlikely. The megalodon's need for warm water and abundant food sources would make the cold, dark depths of the ocean an inhospitable environment. Modern technology has enabled us to explore deeper into the ocean than ever before, yet much of it remains unexplored. How would humans adapt to living alongside the megalodon? If the megalodon were alive today, humans would need to find ways to coexist with this massive predator. Maritime industries, particularly shipping and fishing, would need to invest in new technologies to protect their vessels and crews from potential megalodon attacks. Ships might be outfitted with reinforced hulls or sonar systems designed to detect the presence of large predators nearby. Fishing fleets already battling declining fish stocks would face an even greater challenge as megalodons could easily destroy their nets in search of food. Tourism would also take a major hit. Coastal destinations would need to implement strict safety measures, such as installing underwater barriers or enforcing no-swim zones in areas known to be frequented by megalodons. Shark tourism, which has grown in popularity in places like South Africa and Australia, could become far more dangerous, as megalodons would make traditional shark cages and diving expeditions seem trivial in comparison. In addition, conservation efforts would be radically transformed. Megalodons, despite their terrifying nature, would still be a part of the natural world, and efforts would need to be made to protect them, just as we do with other endangered species. Balancing the need to conserve a top predator with the safety concerns it would raise for human populations would present a unique challenge. Could megalodons still be out there? The possibility of megalodons still existing today has been the subject of much speculation, fueled by stories, sightings, and even movies. For example, movies like The Meg depict these sharks as modern-day threats living in unexplored ocean trenches. The evidence overwhelmingly suggests that these sharks have been extinct for millions of years. While the ocean is vast and largely unexplored, the lack of direct evidence, such as sightings, carcasses, or fresh bite marks on large marine animals, makes it unlikely that a predator as large as the megalodon could remain hidden. Furthermore, the environmental conditions that the megalodon thrived in no longer exist in today's oceans. The oceans have cooled significantly since the megalodon's reign, and the massive populations of whales and large fish that sustain them have shifted to different habitats or diminished over time. While the ocean remains a mysterious place, the idea that a predator of such a colossal size could remain undetected for millions of years strains credulity. In the end, if megalodons still existed today, the world's oceans would be far more dangerous places. The presence of a 60-foot predator capable of destroying ships and decimating marine ecosystems would completely alter how humans interact with the ocean. From reshaping fishing industries to endangering tourism, the megalodon's return would have profound consequences on both marine life and human activity. Would you dare to explore the ocean if the megalodon still existed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.